And I think what's happening is that there's also a difference of generation. Nas's prime years was the 90s. Nas also had prime years in the early 2000s, right? This is a fact. Like, this isn't even up for opinion. Jim Jones has flashes in early 2000s with Dipset, with Diplomats, flashes. And then in the mid 2000s, you see him step out, Certified Gangsta, On My Way to Church, Poem, Summer in Miami, all of these projects and singles and stuff that he did. And then late 2000s, when he gets We Fly High, #1 record in the country, Ballin'. And then Jim steps into his own and starts getting records after records for a while, Pop Champagne. It just keeps going, right? Those are features, But he's been around hit records, that's the part that I think Jimmy is like, man, on some 10 toes myself, I got records. Now, to this newer generation, they saw Jim Jones, the street guy. They saw Jim Jones, the big five. If you get, you get. They also saw Jim Jones being the fashion icon that he was to a large demographic, right? Trendy, the whole thing, lingo, street, muscle, momentum. And I think that's what Jim continues to stand on. Like, I am hotter than Nas is now. Ask the streets. And if you ask somebody 25 and under, majority would say Jim Jones. Now, where everyone jumps out the window and goes, Nas a legend. Yes, Nas is a legend. Is the question, is Nas a bigger legend than Jim Jones? No. He is. The question is Nas a better rapper than Jim Jones? Overall, yes. Nas is better than Jim Jones. At the present moment, what Jim is arguing and what people are asking him, who is hotter and who has more influence, is Jim Jones. People are mixing up arguments. That's what the biggest problem with everyone is in this culture. And I swear, I just want to make sure, like, the biggest problem with this culture is no one's listening to each other when they argue. If you're going to debate with someone, the first thing you want to do is redefine the question and then figure out what's the semantics that we're arguing. And that's how you're going to get a proper debate. If you want to do barbershop talk and have the guys, the bullies bully the convo and have the loud people who have the loudest voices, I promise you're not going to get a good debate. If you're going to get a proper debate, the reality at hand needs to be this. What are we arguing? If the argument is Jim Jones in 2025 more hotter than Nas in 2025, I hate to say, guys, Jim Jones is hotter than Nas in 2025. Now, if we go Nas's career versus Jim Jones's career, it's Nas all the way.